Good morning. My name is Dr. Pradana McCormack, and I am the instructor for BSHA 456. BSHA is the Health Data Analysis course, and it is a purely online class, and we will be going over some health data information as well as actually completing a evaluation project. As you will see as the semester progresses, we'll be looking at the situation of Ebola. I have just recently come back from Sierra Leone, West Africa, doing a research project. And of course, if you've been listening to the news, you've heard that the Ebola condition and problem continues to exist in the Western African area, specifically Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea, and more recently, looking at Nigeria. So we will actually do research project dealing with the Ebola crisis in West Africa and looking at data that pertains to that. Due to the fact that also I just came back from West Africa, the university has requested that I do not come on campus, or anybody coming from that region come on campus for up to 21 days in the event that there may be an issue with the Ebola crisis. And as you will be doing your research projects, you'll notice that it's a 21-day incubation period. And so the university has found that it will be best for people coming from that region to stay off campus for 21 days. And I will not be in my office until after the 3rd of September, if you'll need to reach me at my office. However, I am still available, of course, by email. My email address is fmcorma@coastal.edu. You can also reach me at my work phone at 843-349-2991. I will be able to get information from my phone and my email. And of course, you can always contact me through Moodle, which is another preferred method of contact. This class is going to be specifically taking place from Moodle, on Moodle. As I've indicated before, this is the Health Data Analysis course. And just to kind of give you some information about this class. One of the things that you should have already taken is statistics. Although it's not a heavily statistics-based course, it will be beneficial to you to have taken statistics to be able to do some of the analyses that the class will entail. This course is designed to give students experience in analyzing and completing health information projects, including data design and collection, clinical performance measurement, data presentation, and reading and understanding of professional statistical publications. Qualitative and quantitative data analysis and inferential analysis are included in class activities. This course will provide data definitions for both qualitative and quantitative techniques, also data collection with procedural specification and assessment techniques, data presentation using software analysis and presentations to include charts, graphs, and reports, descriptive and inferential statistical methods, hypothesis testing, statistical significance, and meaningfulness. Also, the course will provide information about the Ebola crisis, looking at all of these elements that we have just discussed. Please take a look at the syllabus, which will have information about the course in general, but also will look at some of the information that you'll need to be successful in the class. I will be going over the syllabus currently, and so that you can have a better understanding and an easier time of understanding how the class will be. The strategies that will be included as far as instructional strategies, you'll be reviewing assigned materials from texts. Okay, the textbook that we are actually using is called Principles of Evaluation and Research for Healthcare Programs. It is actually a textbook by Karen Perrin, Dr. Karen Perrin, and this is the textbook that we'll be using. Okay. This textbook, you can get it online, and you can also get the electronic version. So you do not have to only get the hard copy. If you do not want to have the hard copy, you can get an electronic version. It does come with a companion website, which is very, very helpful, and it's through Jones and Bartlett Learning. You'll be reviewing chapters from the textbook on a weekly basis, as well as looking at articles that you'll be exploring, to kind of work with your research project. You'll also be reviewing databases, for example, NIH, WHO, CDC websites that will have databases included in them, especially since we'll be looking at this Ebola crisis. So as you're getting more specifically into your project, these are databases that you'll find very useful to you. You'll also be taking online exams. There are 2 exams in this class. There is a midterm and a final. But there are going to be activities that you'll be doing, which will provide you with a step-by-step instruction on how to conduct a research evaluation project. And so you'll have several different activities throughout the semester that will build on and help you to build on your research project. You'll also have different activities that you'll be doing at the end of each chapter as part of your discussion. So at the end of each chapter that you'll be reading and reviewing, pretty much you will have activities that you'll be doing based on case studies that you'll have to read at the end of each chapter. So what are your responsibilities for this course? Well, number one, it's important to keep updated with the readings and the assignments that are being asked of you. Each chapter is going to create a foundation for the next chapter, so just try to keep up with the reading so that you do not get behind. You're encouraged to use the course companions for this class because they can be very helpful to you. It is important that you do have Excel software, even though you may not necessarily think that it is needed. It makes things a little bit easier for doing data analyses. You can also use any other data analysis software that you may have, which includes statistical packages like SAS or SPSS. If you have either one of those and you're comfortable using those, by all means do use them. However, Excel will probably be what most people are going to use, and there'll be some information provided on how to use them to do certain kinds of statistical analyses. Bear in mind that everybody has different types of computers. Some of you may have PCs or IBM compatible, Windows type of computers. I actually have a Mac, and so the ways in which analyses are done between a Mac and a PC are quite different. So just bear in mind I will probably have a lot of analyses YouTube videos included so that people will be able to facilitate, or it can facilitate your ability to do analyses. You will also have a math review, which is a pre-test, and it is part of your assessment, just to kind of see where you are with math, especially when it comes to doing basic statistical analyses. So those are some of the activities that you're going to be working on. We will have on the syllabus, I do have a tentative schedule that will go over a lot of different activities that you'll be doing for the semester. I do want to read out the Statement of Community Expectations, which is like a code of conduct through the Coastal Carolina University website. At this university, as an academic community, Coastal does expect the highest standards of honesty, integrity, and personal responsibility. Members of this community are accountable for their actions and reporting the inappropriate action of others, and are committed to creating an atmosphere of mutual respect and trust. Any violation of academic honesty, including cheating on tests and plagiarizing papers, assignments, and projects, will result in an F grade. for that for this assignment and for the course, perhaps. All assignments must be original to the student writer. Plagiarism is defined as presenting as one's own work or the opinions of someone else's, as one's own work or the opinions of someone else's. Most students define plagiarism as copying material of some sort, either word for word or sense for sense. Although that definition is accurate, the criterion is not merely copying material, but also ideas, conclusions, ways of organizing material, and internet database searches for resources can also be plagiarized. In the syllabus, there are examples of what plagiarism is and what one might consider to be plagiarism, and if one is guilty of plagiarism. I've listed that out in the syllabus. It's not an inclusive list, but it does provide you with some information that will be helpful to you. The class is going to be laid out, as I mentioned, through readings, exams, assignments from the readings, and a research project that you'll all complete. Weekly readings and homework are considered to be 40 points or 40% of the class grade. This means that you'll have to keep updated with the information and the resources on a regular basis, on a weekly basis. There's going to be about 12 chapters that you'll be reviewing and reading, and about 10 assignments based on those 12 chapters. You'll also have additional activities that I will like for you to do just so that I can see where you are in the class. You'll also have a project paper that you have to complete, and that's the Ebola project that I was talking about. That is also worth 40 points, or again 40% of the total grade. Then there are 2 exams, each are worth 10 points or 10% of your total grade. And these are, that will add up to 100 points. 90 to 100 is an A, and you go down from there. There is a B plus, which is 85% to 90%. B is 80%, and so on. Again, this information is written in the syllabus. There is a tentative class schedule that is being provided for this class. Note that it is tentative. We will be going over it as the semester progresses. I will say that perhaps there may be some changes based on and adjustments as the class continues, just to see where people are. There may be some adjustments. However, I am going to try to keep as close to the class schedule as possible. But again, there may be some slight changes based on where we are in the semester. Well, as I mentioned, there are some activities, and you'll find them in Appendix A and Appendix B. I will upload any additional appendices as I see will be fit or necessary for the class to further explain information or to provide you with some information that you'll need to complete some of the assignments. Also, I will be sure to provide you with calculations that you may need for statistical analyses as well. You'll also be privy to YouTube videos, which are instructional videos, so that you will be able to better understand how to complete some assessments and some assignments. The textbook, I believe, is a comprehensive textbook that provides you with a lot of good information, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to get much of this, the resources from there. I'd like to say thank you all so much for taking this class. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you as the semester progresses. I hope that you have an enjoyable time in this class, and I hope that you'll be able to get a lot from the course in terms of data analysis, evaluation, and research in the healthcare setting. For those of you in health administration, I believe this class will be instrumental for your future and for the development of understanding your communities, your institutions, and your agencies. So hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of good information from this. Thank you again, and have a wonderful semester.